Who starts up front?
You know what? Like I would have gone Havertz. I think I said in the last podcast I wanted to see Havertz start that game yesterday. But he didn't. He didn't even didn't get on the pitch. So that sort of rules him out. So it is between Jesus and Gyökeres. If you ask me, 60 minutes in, it was a no-brainer. Jesus starts. But I don't know. That was the most impressed I've ever been by Gyökeres at the club, and it might have been because of the space, tired legs, and stuff like that. But I don't know, the way he ran on that Martinelli pass, it was like, I'm getting this ball, you're all getting out my way, and I'm going to absolutely hammer it at the net. And it was like, I've not seen him do that once all season, and I finally saw it last night. And that's what I was asking for in all these pods. That obviously, I don't expect him to score every single game. I didn't expect it to be the same as sport in here. Like, I don't think anyone did, but just seeing things like where or if he does get free, he's going to score. So defenders have to think about that. And I think last night showed that if he is given space, which he's not going to get in the Premier League all the time, but hopefully that gave him a bit of confidence with that. I think his celebration as well, like that's the most animated I've seen him in terms of celebrations as well in a while. Is he sort of wasn't forced to go and do his mask. He sort of went and done it and screaming afterwards and hugging everyone, like you said, the Saka thing. It's funny because the Saka one, I don't know if you guys in the stadium saw it, but about 5 minutes before he scored, Saka went through again and could have passed it across the box. It was like a ditto of all the chances he's
Yeah.
had before, and he didn't do it. And Gyökeres did that again, asking for the ball. So I thought, oh, here we go again. But luckily, yeah, Saka got the assist for that. I think it counts as an assist anyway. So I don't know. Jesus is so impressive, but I think give Gyökeres the United game. Show us you can play consistently well in back-to-back games, because he's still not done that. Because obviously he was good against Chelsea, poor against Forest again. Show us you can sort of do a back-to-back game. And why not? I mean, Jesus is there to come off the bench, cause issues. I know it's harsh dropping someone after a brace, but I think Jesus said in his post-match anyway, he sort of said, like, I know where I'm at. I know what's expected of me. I'm 28. I'm not 21 anymore. I've had big knee surgeries. Like, I'm not expecting to start every single game. Like, I've got realistic views for the season and stuff. So I sort of think he knows he's there to rotate with Gyökeres. And yeah, it might be confusing coming from me, but yeah, why not start Gyökeres?
Clip that up, man. Clip that up. I tell you what, boys, and I say this all the time, right? This is still my favourite Premier League game. I love this game. Do you know what I mean? Like the rivalry from back in the day, the fans, everything about it. I just love this game, and I think you made a great point, Rob. I think that win last night kind of calmed United fans down. You beat City, okay. Well, I had a Man United fan trying to troll me last night in the comments. I said, "Well, who are you playing?" You know what I mean? I don't know why you're trolling me. You ain't even playing. Your players are at home. So, yeah, for me, it's tough because Jesus was superb last night. Not just his goal, even that ball that he played to Saka, where he should have really shot a bit quicker. But I'll be honest, I'm gonna play Gyökeres because I just think, and I've said it all along, for Arsenal to win this league, I think you've got to find a way to get Gyökeres firing. Well, we have been frustrated, but I just felt that was a bit of a moment for him last night. The celebration, the team he played against, the quality of the goal. I just think he's ready. Sesko might be playing for Man United. You want Gyökeres playing for us. Also, can Jesus play, two starts in the same week? Maybe he can. I think I would start Gyökeres and then bring Jesus on, and then Jesus maybe could start next Wednesday against Kyrat, who we should beat quite easily. I know a lot of people in the comments will say Jesus, but I just think, can you catch Gyökeres in the right moment? I think if he scores against United at home, I think it'll be a great atmosphere. I think he'd just get going from that point. So I would go with Gyökeres personally.
Listen, I think when Jesus scored those two goals, that was it. It was nailed on for him. But Gyökeres come back and it's like in a game of tennis. He won the second set. It's into the third set now. And he decided a lot. It's a difficult one. Very, very difficult one. I don't know about you guys, just going about like how big this game is. I was trying to put it on a little bit of I actually enjoyed playing against, as a fan, I was very relaxed against Portsmouth, very relaxed against Chelsea, even though that was a semi-final. I'm very relaxed against Inter Milan. But against Forest, I was a nervous wreck, and I'll be a nervous wreck come Sunday because it's so important. Hopefully the players don't feel like that, And I think it's, Mikel's got a real couple of tough decisions to make. I think the left back's a massive decision, and the up front now is a massive decision. I think against Carret is another interesting one, as you said. When's Havertz going to get some minutes? So I think that Havertz may play in that game. So this is a game where I think that Arteta shows his colours. Who is his main man up front? You know what I mean?
What are you doing though?
I think that Jesus was outstanding yesterday. I have to say that, and not just outstanding. He brings the other players in. I know we were saying about earlier on about Odegaard is not there. We're a bit. I think he brings players into the game, and the way we play, there was more cohesion between the front 3 and 4. That's how I feel. But I think Arteta will go with Gyökeres. I think that he will. I think you've got a great point when you say that. I think that he has to make this work. And just when I'd give up on him, and I don't think we've all give up on him in a bad way. We just thought, maybe it is time to change. And we was probably that was the right decision, But I'm with what we all said, Dave. I thought his cameo yesterday, last 20 minutes, was as good as what I've seen him from him. There was a hunger, a determination, an aggression of him. Now that it could be and I think if you'd be really honest about it, Jesus has seemed to have been a better player coming off the bench in the last couple of games than Gyökeres. So it may be that either one is tiring out the opposition, and then the other one's benefiting from it. So. I think it's going to be a big call. I'm really interested to see when it comes out. And do you know what? Jesus has got a good record against Man United. He scored a few goals against them. Mm-hmm. So I honestly think, I don't know if you think this, I think Mikel might have not had a sleepless night over it last night. I don't think he might do if he's in the same room as Cesar. We'll probably get no sleep. But anyway, that's another story. You know what I mean? So, I think it's a real tough decision what he's got to make. I don't think there's a wrong decision. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's a wrong decision to make on this. I think if he went with Jesus, I'd understand it. And if he goes to Gyökeres, I think I'm going to understand it as well. It ain't one of those ones where you're going to go, I told you so, he should have played Jesus, or I told you so, he's going to play Gyökeres. But I just think Jesus yesterday, away to Inter Milan, I thought he was outstanding. It just wasn't his goals, boys. In my opinion, it was his all-round play was sensational as well. So I'm going to go Jesus just for that fact.
Yeah, no, Jesus was brilliant. I think I'm with you, Lee. I think, and I've been really pushing for Gyökeres, but I just felt Jesus was brilliant yesterday. Or like you said, all round. I think Gyökeres might get the nod just based off of fitness type vibes, you know what I mean? Because obviously he's come back with those ACLs, but he didn't look like an injured player or a player that's come back from an injury. No. He looked fully fit. He was everywhere. And I don't know, United's defence, they like the sort of physical, Maguire, Lisandro Martinez. They might be more suited to that physical battle type player that Gyökeres is going to bring. Whereas Jesus, them little intricate, tricky bits of play, and he can be physical as well. I felt he held the ball up well as well yesterday. I think if he's fit, there'd be a shout for him, definitely, to start.